Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. Guys, as always, I'm super excited to be sitting down in my craft room tonight. Although I will say this week has been a challenging week for my family. Although my daughter did go back to school, with that came some back to school germs. So we have been sick in our house this week, which luckily everyone is on the mend. However, that has left me until the last minute sitting down in my craft room and crafting tonight. I have some baby gifts that I need to get out tomorrow. So, with that being said, very quickly, I wanted to pop in tonight and get those done. So, with that being said, I'm going to bring in this little trio of brushes. Now, I have shown these on my channel before. I get this little 3 pack of baby brushes from Amazon, and I like to personalize them for the person who I am gifting them to. So, like I said, you guys have seen me do this craft one other time on my channel, and I am lucky enough to be in need of another little baby gift for a friend. So, I absolutely will take every opportunity I can. Because for under $10, it just makes the absolute cutest little set that you can personalize. Now, I like this one from Amazon specifically because it does not have any logos on it, right? Which I think is important just for kind of the overall look and feel of the gift. But that is personal preference if it's not a big deal for you. And I will say in the past, I have always done this with adhesive vinyl. However, tonight I am going to be doing this with iron on. Now, when I went to cut this project out, I just happened to be looking through my scrap bin and I had a piece of white iron on that was going to be just about the perfect size, as you saw there. Okay, so I just brought in my little cup holder here to see if it would help me a little. I mean, it kind of did, but I don't know if it's really worth the trouble. But anyways, as I was going through my scrap bin, like I was saying, I saw this piece of iron-on and I figured, let me try it. Just because, like I said, in the past, I have always done this with adhesive vinyl. So for science, we're just going to go ahead and try this with some iron-on. Now, I don't expect that I will have much of an issue. I'm going to bring in my Easy Press Mini here. I have it warmed up to the second wavy line, which is medium. And I'm just going to kind of move this around on my design. And I'm just going to very carefully monitor what's in front of me. And then I'll just leave that right here and give that just a second to cool down. Now let's go ahead and do our second little design here. And once again, just trying to get these as centered as I can within my little brush. So like I said, I've had this little project designed and cut for just about a week now, but man, this week has just gone very, very quickly for us. My daughter is thankfully, I think, feeling a little better. And I need to have these gifts ready for tomorrow. So once I got everyone into bed tonight, I just wanted to very, very quickly come in and get these done so that way I could make sure that they got to mama tomorrow. Okay, so really quickly, just finishing up my last little one here, which is the sweetest little comb. And I'll show you guys a close-up of all three of them once I get the liner off. But I just did kind of like three different variations of her name, her initials, and then like her like just first initial. Okay, and then let's start with this sweet little bow. And this one I just did her first initial. Okay, and that worked pretty good. I do have just the littlest amount of lifting at the top here on that bow. So I'm just going to bring in a piece of parchment paper since I did pull up that liner. And I'm just going to very, very quickly just give this some additional heat right towards the top of this bow where I noticed some lifting. And here is how her first little brush came out. I think that is so, so sweet. I absolutely love that. Okay, and then we have the second one here, which is the little comb brush. And this one is probably my favorite. It has lacrosse with little baby Gia's name on it. I think that is so, so sweet. Super, super, super cute. And then last but not least, we have her little monogram comb. And that looks great. Okay, guys, so here is my little trio of brushes. Like I said, you guys have seen me do this exact same set on my channel before, but I've always done it with adhesive vinyl. So I am happy to see that iron-on worked just as well, if not even a little better. So for something like this really intricate kind of bow and scallop detail, I really did appreciate using the iron-on for that. Okay, guys, here are the first three of Baby Gia's gifts. Let's go ahead and do her card and then we'll finish up her last gift. Okay, guys, and just like that, three personalized little gifts done so, so quick and easy. I told you guys when I initially did that little craft, that is absolutely one of my go tos for baby gifts. It is always such a crowd pleaser. So I'm super happy with the way that came out. Now, again, very quickly, I am going to do a little card for baby Gia and mommy. So just bringing in my Barely Art craft glue, as well as my favorite foam tape from Dollar Tree. I have this little pre-made card base that I got from Hobby Lobby. I will try to link the video where I hauled these. These are absolutely some of the prettiest card bases I have ever found. They are absolutely one of my favorites, and I use them every single chance I get. Now, I did have my Cricut go in and cut out this little piece here. Now, this just says welcome baby, and it has the wheels and then some parts of the little carriage. Now, as we kind of build this card, you will see it come together. So just stick with me. But for now, know that this is, I want to say 2 layers thick. And I just used plain white cardstock for the back layer. And then the front layer, I used a pink paper. And then just going in with my Dollar Tree foam squares, I'm going to go ahead and prop this first layer up here. And as we see this card come together, I'll decide if and where I want to put any more dimension. But honestly, I think that I'm just going to do this back layer. And then I think I'm going to glue everything else, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I cut all of this like almost a week ago and it has just been sitting here. waiting for me to get into my craft room to do it. So when I say I am super excited to be in my craft room tonight, I am so, so, so excited to be in my craft room tonight. Okay, so I got those foam squares pretty much covering the back of my little design here. I'm gonna go ahead and really quickly bring in my weeding tool. I'm gonna use my weeding tool to help me get the liners off of my foam squares. Okay, and then just trying to get that as centered as I can on my card base. Now, this piece here is, I want to say 3 or 4 layers of cardstock. And then in my last video, you guys saw me change out the jewelry box that I made for my daughter. I changed the paper out to match her new room. So this is a piece of paper that I had in that jewelry box before. So I removed that and I actually used that to cut out this little piece here and then the hearts for my card. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I think that as crafters, right, we can all appreciate when we get use out of like every single thing. I know for me personally, it is one of my favorite things when I can reuse something that I, typically or normally would throw away. And it's super sweet that, this was used for my daughter's room and for my daughter's jewelry box. And now it is going to a new home for a new baby girl. And I think there is something super sweet about that, right? Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Now, I did get some glue on. Okay, so here is how my card is looking so far. I am absolutely in love with the way that this looks. You can see here how much dimension we have with that little carriage. I just absolutely love that. Now, these 3 little hearts, bring in my little picker up tool here. These 3 little hearts go something like this. And I was trying to decide if I wanted to put some little foam tape on the back and prop those up as well. However, I think they're just a little small, so I think I'm going to just go in with some glue here. Now, again, these are really, really small, so just going to kind of try my best here. Okay, so I got those on. They look great, no problem. Now, as those kind of dry, I'm going to give them just a second. I have these little pearl stickers that I got from Walmart, and I think that these would make a really nice addition to this card. Okay, guys, and here is my finished card. I absolutely love the way this came out. I hope that you guys can really appreciate it on camera. In person, it's very easy to make out and it's so, so sweet. Now, very quickly, I have this little stamp set from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to actually use this. And it has like some sentiments like hello, especially thinking of you. But for this, I'm going to use little one. And I think I'm going to go with, actually, I think I'm going to say a note to say you are loved because I just think that is so, so sweet. Now I have this little Fiskars like stamp positioner tool. And I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't really used it all that much. I really want a Misty. This was a more cost-effective alternative, but I will say it's probably just not really the same, right? I do think that it is nice to have, and I am grateful to have it. And I think that this would be a nice time to stamp the inside of my little card here for baby Gia. Okay, so first try, not great. Let's try again and see if I can't remedy that. Because, I'm not entirely sure it's not user error. It could definitely be me. Now, I'm going to have to try to restamp this, but I am going to try. Okay, guys, so that's how the stamping came out. Not great. Again, I don't know if it was user error, but well, let's go ahead and move on to our last little gift for baby Gia before I call it a night. Okay, guys, so bringing in my next blank, I have showed this little picture frame on my channel before. I like to get this picture frame at Hobby Lobby when the unfinished wood is 40% off. So again, it just comes in the natural unfinished wood. And I like to apply just one layer of chalk paint to the front. So I'm going to quickly go through and weed my little design here. Get the sweetest little picture frame for baby Gia's room. I'm so excited to see how this turns out. I just know it's going to be so sweet. And I don't know, I might have to make Amelia a little version of this. But I think that this is just going to be the sweetest little personalized picture frame. All right, so just bringing in some transfer tape here. I'm just going to grab a corner to get it started. I'll go ahead and flip my carrier sheet around and fold back just a little bit of it, just so it exposes just a little bit of our transfer tape there. So I'm going to start with my offset layer here, which is going to be my lighter pink color. All right, and then let's burnish that down. Oops. And then because this is a gift and I want to have it look as nice as I can, I'm really going to trim this super close to my design just so that it will hopefully help me get everything nice and straight. Okay, so bringing in my frame here, I'm just going to try to get this as centered and straight as I can on the bottom of my frame. And that's why I like this frame in particular. It just gives you a really nice area here to work with and personalize this in literally so many ways. I think last time I showed it, it was for an anniversary gift. This is like a staple. I will use this for just about any gift I need to make because you can use it in so many different ways, you know. Okay, so that laid down perfectly. I'm gonna go ahead and get our little top layer and her name. And then I'm going to try to get this bow just kind of lined up within my offset layer. Now the name itself is not going to have an offset layer, so really just focusing on lining up this bow. And there we go. Here is how baby Gia's little picture frame came out. I hope that her parents really treasure this little picture frame. It is super cute and it was made with a lot of love. Okay, guys, so this is everything I got done for baby Gia tonight. I have been recording for exactly 35 minutes, which I would say I've been crafting for probably about 30 of those minutes. So for about 30 minutes, $10, I have 4 personalized gifts and a totally personalized card for baby Gia. I am so happy with the way everything came out. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope that everyone has a great week and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.